All right, well, the picture that you're seeing on your screen is saying that we are ready to get game number 2 on the way. This is the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 tournament, the 2024 edition. This is day number 8, and we're here to bring you all the action as it happens. It's the Clove challengers, they're coming up against the Ginger Generals. And the Clove challengers, they are taken to bat as the Ginger Generals, they are fielding. And we're about to see the first delivery of this game. As I welcome my good friend, my teacher, my tutor, Jason Skeet.
You give me too much of a big hat. All right. It seems as though we're going at a mile a minute, because these games are coming fast and furious.
So we switched. We sorted out.
So we have gone back to what these Clove challengers tried yesterday and worked. Haston Jackson and Kellis Andrew will open the batting, and it looks like Laurie Williams will open the bowling for the Ginger Generals. Laurie Williams was destructive, to put it mildly. He was very destructive a few days ago. A left arm seamer was getting the ball to dance both ways, and the batsmen were in all sorts of confusion.
We're playing on a track, Jason, that just so far have shown that it favors the pacers. A bit more grass, a bit of lateral movement, a bit more bounce. And so it means that the pacers, once they get it in the good areas, they have something to look forward to.
So we're just moments away from starting. We're going to get out to the start in just a little bit. The picture on your screen just shows the batsmen waiting, the fielders just getting themselves organized. I think they're waiting on the officials more than anything else now. We too have we are waiting on the updated list, the final list. It is 2:33, 2:34 or thereabout, and the scheduled start time is 2:35. That's what we've been just signaled. So we should see the first delivery in just about a minute or so. But Rondell, you would have the point standings as it relates to these stages of the games. Just a week gone today, actually 8 days since the start of the tournament. We've had cricket all day, save and except one day that was totally rained out. Not a ball bowl. I think that was Tuesday. It was Tuesday, and no cricket was played. But save and except that, we've had a consistent 2 matches every day. On those days, the points were shared, 1 apiece between the 4 scheduled teams to play. So if it's any consolation, no one lost anything. No one gained more than the other.
Well, Jason, the position of the teams at this stage is really very interesting. You have 3 teams on 5 points. The Cinnamon Pacers, they're on 6 in second position. The Nutmeg Warriors, they're on 7, leading the point standing. And so it makes for very interesting cricket from here on in.
Oh, interesting, because Laurie Williams has rushed in with the first delivery, and he gets a good set of appreciation from his fielders. He was quick into the pads of Haston Jackson. Again, just angling down the leg side. They will course for 1. They're going to take on the arm for 2, and does so successfully.
Yeah, good positive running by the pair, Jackson and Andrew. These Clove challengers, Jason, just changing up things a bit again.
Good afternoon to our friends all around the Caribbean. Oh, there's a loud appeal. There's a loud appeal. The umpire is not moving. He's not making a signal just yet. Well, they're going to have to take that one to the Caribbean Court of Appeal or even the Privy Council, because the umpire is not moved.
Yeah, really vociferous appeal. Everybody went up, and only the umpire, he stood still and he never flinched, he never turned, he never did anything but just to remain in his position and wait for them to get going again.
You've got to be very firm in your decisions as an umpire. Could be easily swayed by the outpouring of appeals. This one is going high in the air. Over third man, it looks like. Yes, 1 bounce 4. So after the loud appeal, Haston Jackson has dispatched Laurie Williams for 4. Not what he wanted. Peeled off the edge. More backward a point, you would think, for 4.
Really no conviction in the shot. The ball was always leaving him, and he just threw the hands, got good result.
He lost his shape all over there, and he was very fortunate to get some bat onto it and just won. Kellis Andrew now comes into strike, 7 without loss. Clove challengers have been consistent, dancing and dangling around the top of the table, in and out ever so often from the leadership position, but it's early days still. Well, that's firmly struck, but straight to the man down there at point, and he backward a point, and he dropped it. Oh, well, that was a gift. That was a Christmas gift in June. Really and truly, it had to be taken. Take a look at this, Rondell.
Yeah, really bad miss. He had all the time in the world to settle and take what should be a regulation catch. He made a meal of it. Let off for Kellis Andrew. Let's hope he can capitalize on this.
Kellis Andrew, his heart dropped for a moment. You could have seen the movement in his T-shirt. I'm quite sure if the camera goes back, you could see a drop in his T-shirt because his heart dropped for a minute. But no more palpitations. All's well that ends well.
Williams there just getting it to move away slightly. In and out. At this stage, you want to make sure that you take these sort of catches, put the pressure onto the team that is batting. Make sure that they, are behind the 8 ball.
Ronald Williams will charge in from the riverbank end. At the end of 1, Haston Jackson is on 5, Kellis Andrews on 2. Clove challengers are 9 without loss.
Well, Williams Jason wants to put that drop catch behind him. Has the ball in hand.
He's going to be penalized. He's just lingering outside the off stump. These things work both ways. It can work for you or it can work against you. In my days of sport, I wouldn't forget the drop catch. I would remember it. And boy, I'll make sure you remember it too, because I'm going to be coming at you. Yeah. But I wasn't a fast bowler.
Well, he has to put it behind him. Really needs to focus out there. The conditions not the easiest. It's T10, but it's pressurizing. And so you have to recover as quick as you can.
This time he's on the front foot, just tall, getting one. I think the world would have tricked us, Clyde Rondell John. They would have told us, you know what, just be a little bit more subdued, don't worry about it. And they've taken away our fierce attitude towards the sport in an unfair advantage for everyone to try and catch up. And since then, we've lost the fierceness and the fire, particularly in our bowling, in our cricket. I'm holding on to that view firmly.
Yeah, I quite agree with you. One remembers the days of the West Indies quicks. And then the restriction came in, only 2 bumpers per over.
He's going after it. This could be danger here. This could be danger. The catch is taken. Yes, and he's gone. So the Clove, the Ginger Generals picking up the first wicket. And a comfortable catch down in the deep. Cleavon Bartholomew with a safe pair of hands. And just like that, Clove challengers are 12 for 1. Haston Jackson is on his way back.
Yeah, really a naughty shot there by Jackson. Really stretching, forcing himself to get across the reach. It was already wide and leaving him, and he just forced the piece. Could only get it to the man down at the 3rd man boundary, and the bowler in Williams will feel happy that somebody took the catch that he didn't take.
Well, better run and congratulate Bartholomew. Give him a hug, even if. Safe pair of hands. He was always in control of it, kept his eyes on it, right into the palm of his hands. And if you're a youngster wanting to play cricket, that's how you take a catch. Keep your eyes on it and watch it straight into the palm of your hands. Just you and the ball.
And Generals will feel happy to see the back of Jackson. He can be very destructive.
Bartholomew is down on the 3rd man boundary. Didn't have to move to his left or his right. He just one step forward. Oh, well, anxious moments here. Ronald Williams is probably fired up from that easy miss, drop catch. And, well, these things can work for you or work against you. And boy, it's working for him so far.
Well, tell you what, he sets really high standards for his cricket. And when he does things like this, drop a simple catch like this, he tends to be very hard on himself.
Oh, that's a beauty of a delivery, but drifting down leg. Just slightly drifting.
Can you see the appreciable movement that is gotten by the bowlers? I think this strip poses a real challenge for the batters out there. The lateral movement that they're getting, it's not, no way can be compared to what we saw from the other pitch. And so the batsmen have to be a bit more circumspect.
Just uppishly Good work outside there. These Ginger Generals are on their toes. I think they're motivated. They finished at the bottom of the table last season. But this season, boy, have they turned up. As the Jamaicans would say, them turn up, man. Well, that's a good hit. Absolutely in command. 4 runs.
Tell you what, he had the width, the ball, he could get the hands through it, no much deviation of the wicket. Really, a safe shot by Hazard. Once you got good connection, the result was inevitable.
It was firmly struck. Came off the meat of the bat. You heard it. There was a man down there, but there was absolutely no chance. It was traveling very quickly. So at the end of 2, the Clove challengers are 18 for 1. Laurie Williams will continue from the main pavilion end. Alessandro trying to get him away, can't beat the inner field, can't get him off the square. Laurie Williams is generally tight.
And what you notice that was a really excellent shot, stopped by the fielder at the short mid wicket, because had that gone past him, it was a certain boundary.
Well, this time he has made connection, and this is gone. Surely this is launched from somewhere that, well, the middle of the bat firmly.
Yeah, Hazard, really prolific. Anything down the wicket, that once he can get close to it, he tends to go hard, and the result maximum.
Laurie Williams was convinced. Gian Benjamin went up as well. Maybe just brushing the thigh on the way through. Maybe.
This is the second time he has really given an appeal and the umpire has not moved.
Oh, it's a good comeback from Laurie Williams. Good delivery.
He must be feeling hard done, I think, not having the umpire move nor flinch every time he has appealed and he has beat the bat, with these sort of questionable results. It's not going in his favor.
He's picked it up, and boy, he's gone with him again. He's got aviation fluid in the bat.
Hazard not messing around. He saw what the other team served up. You have to be aggressive, and he has come out with some aggressive intent and definitely depositing 2 beautiful shots so far over the ropes for 6.
It's not easy to strike Laurie Williams around the park. Good comeback. Laurie Williams, but well played. Javed Hazard. This is good cricket out here in the middle. We're at the end of the 3rd over, still inside the power play. But the Clove challengers have taken advantage of the power play so far. They're 31 for 1.
Very good power play thus far. This is something that we didn't see from the 2 teams playing earlier. That sort of aggressive intent, making sure that they clear the boundary, get some momentum going into the innings. The Clove challengers, they've done really well on what seems to be a pretty dodgy wicket when it comes to the piece.
A lot of sports happening this weekend all around the world. I am a big basketball fan, I will tell you that. Davis Charles is now charged with the responsibility of trying to pick up another wicket for the Ginger Generals. I'm a big basketball fan. Warmed my heart last night to see the Dallas Mavericks taking a game in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics, extending the series. Well, this one has been extended all the way to a mid-on boundary for 6.
Oh, Hazard is not messing around. Anything loose, anything offline, he is prepared. He has aggressive intent and not really holding back on that one. Really fluid in his shot making. Good going by Hazard.
Well, it's up in the air now. Someone is running under it, trying to settle under it. And oh, well, look at that. Well, look at that. Just as we thought it was bubbling out of his hands, his last reaction was holding on to it. Let's take a look at this.
Hazard looking to clear the boundary. And Jeremiah, what seemed to be regulation, last attempt, final attempt, you see him just keep his eyes steady himself, ensure that he got the palm of the hand to it. Good result for him.
Well, if he dropped that as a captain, he was going to do laps this afternoon for sure. He's still inside the power play. 3 deliveries remaining in the power play. 38 for 2. The Clove challengers have just lost the wicket of Javed Hazard. Javed Hazard going for 22. Caught Jeremiah, Johan Jeremiah, bowled by Davis Charles. "21 deliveries already bowled in this one. 38. Strike rate of just over 10 3/4. Note to young fielders again. Young cricketers, you've got to get your body behind the ball in the approved manner like Lyndon Lawrence just did. Oh, trickling down past what would have been between first and second slip. And all the way for 4.
Yeah, outside edge beaten. Good result for Darren Ned. Again, you would think that from the way he approached the shot, you would think that this is what he intended to do. But I dare say I think he was beaten.
You think so? I find it looked purposeful to me. I don't know. We'll take a look at it again and see. We'll debate on it. Let's take a look at it. I believe it was a little bit more deliberate. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll own up to my wrong immediately. The power play has ended, and they're 42. The Clove challengers are 42 for 2. Or maybe our director has decided he doesn't want us to get into the debate. They've opted to not allowing us to see it from the previous delivery. So I give you the penalty win on that one.
Well, I appreciate the win. I would take it any day. I have been known to lose some really big battles against you, and so to win one is good.
Right, Shea Duncan comes into the attack. He's wearing number 26 on his back for the Ginger Generals. They need to pick up a wicket. The Clove Challengers are scoring comfortably at 10.5. No ball. Free hit is going to come up. Shea Duncan.
Duncan just guilty of overstepping the crease, and with batters like Darren Ned and Kelly Sanju in there, you really do not want to serve up a free hit at this time, because they will look to take full advantage. So he has to be on song in terms of what he's going to do to restrict Ned.
Shorter delivery, well directed. Good afternoon, Mr. Batsman, Darren Ned. Welcome to middle wicket. Another no ball again. So another free hit.
Yeah, Duncan looking to put everything into that one. Went over the crease again. But that was a brilliant delivery.
Well, this one is gone the full distance. 6 runs. So off the initial no ball and then a 6. So 8 runs coming off of that particular episode.
Yeah, good intention, but badly lined. You can see the slow ball coming into effect, but the line of the delivery assisted Ned in getting it past the ropes for 6. So Duncan under pressure very early.
Nine coming off the over already. And just one legal delivery. Ball. Just over the head of Benjamin. He got an edge onto it, of course. And Benjamin was full stretch, but couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, that one really had Benjamin stretching, maybe trying to get him to get a couple more inches, but he really stretched to try and pull it in, but really he couldn't. It's just too high.
Yeah, well, he would have needed stilts to get to that one, Benjamin.
Duncan not having such a good start to his over. 13 from 2 deliveries.
More runs coming off this Shea Duncan over. 1, are they going to take on the arm? Are they going to take on the arm? No, they've decided against it. $56 for 2. Darren Ned is on 15 and Kelisandro is on 7. Shea Duncan already gone for 14 and only 3 legal deliveries. He's going to remain on a shelf. He's particularly expensive. They're not going to put him in the shopping cart. Oh, that's a good comeback from Duncan. It's a good comeback. A little bit of pace taken off and pitched right up. That's a beautiful delivery.
Yeah, Andrew, they're just guilty of trying to hit it a little too hard, tend to go through with the shot even before the delivery came.
Oh, good Yorker length delivery. Johan Jeremiah looking right there. Mid-off. Couldn't prevent the single. .57 for 2. Challengers. He's gone with him. Is it going to travel the full distance? No, it doesn't. But one, and they come back. They thought about the second. Decided against it at the end of 5, 58 for 2. Clove Challengers going at 11.5 or thereabout.
Yeah, good decent run rate by the Challengers. At the halfway stage, you're 58. It means that if you continue along the same path that they're on, they will be one of the teams to cross the 100 mark for the day. No team has crossed 100 for the day as yet. I think it's all down to what is happening, read the wicket. Bit of movement and extra bounce comes into play.
They're very particular. And John L. Eugene is coming in from the riverbank end.
Catch it!
Oh, he's going to have to climb the trees to catch that one. That's gone.
Yeah, Eugene getting a little too close to Darren Ned, who is really a good striker of the ball straight down the wicket, and you need to make sure that you stay in your half. Anything served up like this, it's meat and drink.
Just one.
Played square just for 1.
That's it, now.
Generally, this Ginger Generals team has been good in the field for the season so far. And when they're feeling they're purposeful, always on their toes, a lot of chatter taking place, encouragementing chatter. Oh. Nippy work there behind the stumps from Benjamin. He's bowled him. He's gone. That's it. John L. Eugene takes Kellis Andrew apart. 8 runs, he's gone. He's back in the hut. Clove Challengers are 65 for 3.
Andrew coming down the wicket again. The ball just gripping a bit, going through with the arm, not really turning. That one, it was expected to turn away from Andrew, but it just kept going with the arm, gripped a little, bit the inside edge, and he is gone. He's really 8 from 10 deliveries. Didn't really have the sort of momentum that we saw from the other batters. Was struggling a bit, but fortunate for the John L. Eugene, he picks up another wicket. He got 3 in his previous game, and he's continuing from there on.
He's still got 2 legal deliveries remaining. Devani Smith strolls out to the middle. He's got to be a part of this quick rebuilding an explosive process. They've got to happen simultaneously. Not many overs to play with.
Smith has had a good season so far. Picked up some runs in earlier matches. A different wicket means that he has to adjust, as you rightly said, and adjust quickly and really look to assert himself on the bowling of the Ginger Generals.
That's one. Easy. Come with yourself, little man.
Yeah, well, we did mention about the fielding and how tight they are, these Ginger Generals. And even when they fumble, they're quickly onto it. Case in point we just saw there. He's picked him up. That one came off the middle, and it sounded sweet as ever. And did it get the full treatment? 6 runs.
Yeah, really outstanding shot by Ned. Eugene guilty of pulling it down somewhat, and it stood up, and he really got the hands through it. And no mistaken, 6 runs to Darren Ned. He can be very destructive once he gets going.
So at the end of the over, after 6, 72 for 3. And Johan Jeremiah, the captain, inserts himself now into the attack from the main pavilion end. This might be a friendly wicket to him.
Yeah, well, friendly could be, but when you're facing up against Smith in the form that he has been in, it could be very unfriendly also.
There's very little or no room for error when drifting down the leg side from these umpires. They have not spared anyone. Yeah, well, he's gone there again. He's living outside there now. He's going to have to change residence.
Yeah, maybe the ball already not coming out of the hand as he wants it.
And when he does get it, middle and off stump, it goes crashing into the boundary for 4.
Tell you, that was exquisite. The timing on that shot from Smith says he is in really good lick. Just presenting the full face, beating the field. Not a man move. It raced across. There was a field out there, and he just couldn't get to it.
Now that is how you play square of the wicket. Gave himself room. Good use of the feet. Similar stroke again this time, but a little straighter. Can't beat their man at short cover. Wide outside the off stump, and this one goes all the way. That's 6 runs. Wow. Devonnie Smith has joined the action.
Yeah, really getting his hands. That's a freebie at this level of cricket. Wide outside the off stump. Once you get across there, which Smith did, he was able to dispatch it over the top and picking up 6 very good-looking runs. Jeremiah just seemed to be struggling with the release of his deliveries.
He's picked him up again. Boy, he's in form. He's picked him up again, and that was just magnificent.
Yeah, this is an outstanding cricket shot. You look at it, it's short, and he had the presence of mind to really open up, keeping his eyes on the ball, keeping his shape, and getting it into the mid-wicket region. There was a field out there, but no chance.
He's played all around the wicket, hasn't he? He's played all around the wicket, and at the end of this over, Johan Jeremiah may have to call Devani Smith dad because he has pillaged and plundered him. He's gone for 22 already.
Yeah, again, it's the shot of a youngster that is really seeing the ball well and really hitting well. Pure timing, nothing there that says, he's going hard at it. It's just pure timing, pure class from Smith.
Oh, no. Oh, look at that. That is just magnificent again. That is just beautiful.
As we look at it, he's just on the back foot. No intent to keep it down. He looks to get his hands through it, and 6 runs, the maximum result. That is what he wanted, and he gets due what he wanted.
Well, if you're going to have to dismantle the team, why not start from the captain? Johan Jeremiah going for 26. 26 off his first over. You think the captain might put Johan Jeremiah at the bowl again?
Well, I don't think the captain would want to put Johan Jeremiah. I think the captain would hide Johan Jeremiah somewhere really far from the stumps.
Johan Jeremiah is the captain.
For that matter, he may call in the substitute.
Ronald Williams will continue. Ronald will continue from the riverbank end. He went for 8 in his first over. Went for 8 in his first over, picking up 1 wicket. Huston Jackson. He got Huston Jackson bowl caught Bartholomew for 5. He's got a different assignment now. Darren Ned on 29. And Devani Smith has raced to 25. Oh, that's exquisite. Beaten all ends up. Not a clue what went on. A gem of a delivery. And Darren Ned is walking back.
Yeah, excellent from Williams. I think that drop catch he had earlier has really risen his level of thinking, and really wants to do well for his team. That was an excellent delivery. Pace off, wicket to wicket. Batsman playing all around it, expecting something much faster, and you saw the timber. It's evident.
That's the sound every bowler likes to hear. The sound of the ball hitting the stumps. Timber, as you say, Clyde Rondell John. And Ronald Williams, 8 runs off his 1.1 overs. But more importantly, he's picked up 2 wickets.
In that shot that we had, Jason, you saw the beauty of the delivery. He had Darren Ned falling all over the place trying to get to that delivery. As a bowler, this is something that you want. You want them to be off balance. You want them to be reaching, stretching, forcing. but more importantly, hitting the stumps.
Well, a thick outside edge into the Dream 11 board. However it comes, Markel Batiste wouldn't mind. The 100 comes up. Clove challenges are 102 for 4. We're inside over number 8.
Yeah, very fortuitous. Went hard, took the edge, got the desired result. Batiste seemed to be coming in here with an intent that he's not going to hang around. He went very hard at it.
Now the appeal goes up and the umpire raises the finger. He's gotten him. He's gotten him. Ronald Williams is on the charge.
Tell you what, I think the Ginger Generals will do well to have Ronald Williams drop a catch every time the game starts, because he has just been on point. Another slower delivery. Batiste playing all around it.
Batiste knew he was gone. He knew he was gone. I mean, he stood there for just a little bit, hoping for something, but he was living in hope and everyone else was in marquee.
Now, this is not something that you would want to see from your batters. He really looked out of sorts. That delivery just really defeated him in flight, in pace. Everything was just unsung from the bowler there.
You can't help but look at the celebration from Ronald Williams. He was up in the face of the batter. He's not a big man. He's tall but very slender. And he could have hidden himself behind Batiste, but he didn't care. He was right up there. He's motivated now. Can't be outside there. He's got to come back around. He's been on a good line and length. Ronald Williams. Last wicket going down at 102. Markel Batiste, leg before to Ronald Williams. Played uppishly, and it will go all the way for 4. Yeah, couldn't help it, couldn't stop it. That looks like Bartholomew running around trying to do the tidying up work, but he got enough bat onto it.
Yeah, good result for McSween. Thick outside edge. And good result. The third man was a bit straighter. He got it wider. But we must say Williams is really, really doing what he wants to do out there with the ball.
Slower delivery again, just popping up. All's well that ends well. His final delivery of this spell coming up. If he gets another wicket here, well, could only imagine what the celebration would look like on the field for him. Preston McSween is out there in the middle. He's on 4. Devonnie Smith has been there for a while. He's on 25. High up in the air. Somebody's settling under it. The keeper, Gian Benjamin, comes around. He's the man with the glove. They're going to have to leave it for him. He takes a comfortable catch. And another wicket goes down. 107 for 6.
Again, excellent pace off and in the right zone. You could imagine Maxwell seeing that ball drop just up within his hitting range. And what was important, it didn't have any momentum on it. Ballooned up. Simple catch for Benjamin. 4 wickets for Ronald Williams.
4 wickets for Williams. And yes, he did in fact pick up a wicket of his very last delivery, and he finishes his spell. 17 runs, 4 wickets for 17 from his 2 overs, an economy rate of just about 8.5. Everyone else is way above him with that. 6 wickets down for the Clove challengers, and 4 of them are victims of Ronald Williams. Hippolyte comes out to join Smith.
Smith has been timing the ball really well. He needs to remain out there, hoping that the challengers can get maybe over the 120 mark and really make a big boost of their score.
2 overs remaining. At the end of 8, the Clove challengers are 107 for 6. Call is 1. They're going to challenge the arm for 2. Does so successfully. Che Duncan is down there on the long on boundary. Big, thick outside edge. It would have gone down first slip's throat, no doubt, but it has gone for 4.
Yeah, Smith lucky to get an edge onto that one. Had it gone through, definitely Benjamin would have whipped the bails off, and Smith might have been a just run out because he was so committed to the shot. But in the end, good result for him. He moves on. 31 from 9.
More runs again. That's 4 more.
Yeah, Smith really having a good time there. Beating the third man to the inside. Now he's beating the third man to his outside. And so the third man really not sure what is happening with him there now. As we look at it, he has to run the other direction and retrieve the ball from the boundary.
Call is 1 again. They're going to take on the arm and get 2. So good running between the wickets here for the Clove challengers. They're taking on the arm of the fielders, those who are perched just on the outside of the 30-meter circle. And so far, they're winning that battle as well.
Yeah, what was noticeable about that 2 run is that from the time they recognized
mistimed.
Yeah, from the time they recognized where the ball went and they realized the fielder had to come from the boundary, they took off for 2.
Yeah, surely this could be taken now. Yes, and Che Duncan does the tidying up work down there. So that brings about the demise of Devonnie Smith. Or was it Smith? Yes, Devonnie Smith goes for 37. Caught by Che Duncan of the bowling of John L. Eugene. And the Clove challengers, 120 for 7. And we still got 1 delivery remaining in over number 9. So a pretty decent total they're racking up here, these Clove challengers. And what you guys have been saying earlier on in the day, that this is a wicket that favors the bowlers more than anything else. It just goes to show that maybe what it does favor is a good application.
Well, it does favor good application, but all in all, you look at the exploit of Williams and you can't tell that it favors the bowlers, picking up 4 wickets for 17, while most of the batters were going at great guns, you know, dispatching the other bowlers. He came in and he just blew away the Clove challengers.
Behind him. Go.
Firmly struck. Just one. Kurt Murray and Darren Hippolyte.
Coming point.
Shortest catches
Keeper.
up in the air. It's going to land safely. But he's run out. So Darren Hippolyte. Another wicket going down. Let's take a look at it. Walk us through this, Clyde.
Yeah, really trying to maximize on the deliveries. Good throw, good powerful throw. Coming to the keeper's end, and Murray being found short. Really, he turned, but I think the momentum was already with the fielder, and so he was able to get that powerful throw in that went to the keeper's end. And so Murray perishes on the back foot quite early, and really had to step on the gas if he was going to cross for 2.
Amikel Dubisset comes out with 4 deliveries remaining, 4 legal deliveries. Clove challengers are 122 for 8 inside over number 10.
Tell you what, they've really done well, the challengers.
He's made connection with that one, but only lofting to the wicket keeper. So Gian Benjamin takes another one behind the stumps. 122 for 8.
The challengers have done well to score 122 despite the onslaught from Williams. You know, it says that the batters did approach the game with, you know, the right mentality, get the runs, although they've lost some key wickets, but they have a significant score that they can challenge.
Yeah, 122, 125 by any means is not an easy score to get on this surface inside 10 overs. It's going to require something very explosive. Dynamites even.
The batters can get value for shots. We know that for sure. But they just need to ensure that they pick the right deliveries and, you know, find the gaps, as we saw from Smith, having the fielders running left and right. Not overhitting, but just timing.
Relax.
Calvin Blash comes out. Just 123 for 9.
I was right. I was right.
Loud Nick. We heard it from the commentary booth. And Darren Hippolyte departs, and that brings about the end of the innings for the Clove challengers. They're all bundled out for 123 inside the 10th over. One legal delivery remaining. That's the end of that. 123. You think that represents a good defendable total, Clyde?
Well, I think it is a defendable total. We've seen 2 games earlier, and none of them being able to get past the 100 mark. And so now, Clove challengers, they would feel, that they've gotten a score that is defendable. It will take sensible bowling in the good areas, using the pitch. The seamers seem to be doing really well on this wicket so far. And so the seamers from the Clove challengers, including Captain McSween, will look to exploit the conditions.
Yeah, well, this is how we're going to end it. Just before we come back for the reply, the Clove challengers 123 all out. A good knock in the middle from Devonnie Joseph Smith. Eventually, he was caught by Denrold Charles off the bowling of John L. Eugene for 37. The other 2 main contributors was Darren Ned, who was bowled Williams for 29, and Javed Hazard, who was caught Johan Jeremiah, bowled by Davis Charles for 22. Everyone else never got past 8 runs in the bowling department. Laurie Williams, the veteran, who we know to be very economical, was expensive today by his standards. No wickets for him. He went for 20 off his 2. Williams was the pick of the bowlers, and off his 2 overs, he went for 17 but picked up 4 wickets. And that's the star of the innings right there. Ronald Williams, 4 for 17 off 2. Apart from that, none for 27 off 2. That was John Eugene, who bowled none for 27 off his 2 overs. And the Ginger Generals will try to get to 124 at a required rate of just over 12.5 runs. We will join them when we come back and they head out to the middle. Well, that's the story. 123 all out. Clove challengers, the Ginger Generals, may have allowed them to escape just a little bit, Clyde, you think?
Yeah, I think they not really escaped, but they did really well, the Clove challengers, in terms of getting a bit of momentum. The bowling was tight. You saw the onslaught from Ronald Williams. That didn't keep them from going for their shots, maximizing everything.
Preston McSween, captain. New ball for the Clove challengers. They've got to restrict the Ginger Generals. Ginger Generals looking for 124. It's not a tall ask, but it's a good contest. Well, contest it is. That's gone already. Johan Jeremiah has picked him up and dispatched him for 6.
And that's a really excellent shot into the wicket, and stood up. Jeremiah standing tall and still getting the power necessary to clear the ropes. Good result for him. He is going to play this kind of role if you know Johan Jeremiah.
Yeah, he was into it quickly. Swift hands. Swing going down leg. Yeah, the previous delivery, Jeremiah got into position quickly, and swift hands as well. Made no mistake with it. Good ball.
What we've seen from the innings of the Clove challengers is that the variations in the deliveries is very important. Williams did that really to perfection.
Thought about it. Changed his mind at the last second. Get the wide. Preston McSween doesn't look too pleased about it.
McSween not happy there. I thought it passed over the head of the, or just over the line of the body of the batter. You lose some, you win some. Just needs to focus and get back on song. Maybe see the back of Jeremiah. That would make him happy.
Well, he's gone. That's gone the full distance. 6 runs.
Yeah, Jeremiah taking full advantage of a flustered Preston McSween. Short delivery, and he climbed into it really quickly. Got all of it. Dispatched it really nicely.
The replacements are coming out. Johan Jeremiah in this kind of form. Vehicle owners will be well advised to use safer parking. If you'd see in the back, just at the top portion of your monitor there, some vehicles parked, and then a wider shot would show us vehicles parked on the outskirts. And every time a ball goes in that direction, vehicle owners take a deeper breath and hold it for a little longer.
Yeah, the insurance companies, they don't really treat nicely with broken windows from cricket balls, do they?
I'm insured with an ardent cricket lover. The company that I do insurance with. He's an ardent cricket lover. He's always big on cricket. Mr. Richard McIntyre. He's always tuned into local cricket. Good afternoon, Richard. Slower delivery. Well bowled.
And Maxwin will want to, compose himself, and really the team will be looking at him to give them that sort of momentum into the bowling innings. And so if he starts well, the rest of the team can take a page from there.
Short of catch, but he's not going to catch that. He's going to have to fetch it. That's 4.
Yeah, 4 more runs to Jeremiah. Really, Jeremiah on song here, taking some 18 runs out of this over with some good-looking cricket shots. If he continues, I think within maybe the 8th over, this game might just be well and done.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to take full advantage of the power play if they want to give themselves a chance here. 123. They're looking at 124. That's what they need. They've already wiped 18 runs from it. Still 106 to get. I've never been an A+ student in math, but these simple subtractions, additions, and dollars and cents, I'm generally spot on, particularly in the dollars and cents column.
Yeah, well, once you can count money, then you can tell yourself you know math.
I've never had to use the X plus Y, Z plus W combination. You're a teacher. You might be able to tell me why. I've failed a couple of math exams because of that, but I've never had the opportunity to use it ever since.
Well, it's more about getting it into real life, seeing how it applies in real life. So I'll have to give you a little lesson there.
Well, the shout of catch, but just eluding the fielder there. And they will pick up a single. So they're going after these runs clearly. That's their intention from the first over. Clearly, they've made up their mind. They're going to go for this, and they're going to give themselves all the chances that they're going to take. They're going to take it particularly in the power play.
Well, knowing the likes of Lyndon Lawrence, he's a cricketer that really goes after his deliveries. He doesn't hold back when he's striking. Loves the ball coming onto the bat and love to see dispatch. So he will play in this mode always.
Mikel Dubisset. Down the leg side. Beating the keeper. Wides. It's gone.
Yeah, pressure is on the Clove challengers right away. 24 really. They are racing. The current run rate 20.57, only requiring 11.32. So they are well ahead of what they need. As I said, it could be over very quickly.
He's got to stay middle and off, Mikel Dubisset. Down the leg side again, but just clipping the pads on the way through. They can't prevent the single. So they're moving along nicely, the Ginger Generals. "100 runs even is what is required. Well, 99 actually, because they're on 25. Oh, good comeback from Dubisset.
A lot more of this is going to be needed. The wicket is doing a little something for the bowlers. They just need to be disciplined and bowl the line that will induce an edge or maybe get the batsman bowled.
Well played. Well played.
Again, Jason, you see that little movement just leaving the right-handed Lawrence. And this is what Doobie said, upright seam, you get the ball to move off the grass, causes a bit of problems.
Trying to thug him away on the offside. Well, should have been a dot ball turned into one. Yeah, but I hear people talking about cross seams and all of that. I could understand the logic behind it, but I've always loved and appreciated a bowler with an upright seam who can use the shine on the ball and get it to swing both ways. Slower delivery, but picked up nicely. Well fielded. That's good cricket right there. Preston McSween leading by example.
Yeah, Jason, the upright seam, it gives you a lot to work with. You can use the atmospheric conditions, maybe the wind being, moving a particular direction, as heavy as it is, you get that seam upright, it tends to sway it. So a lot can happen when you use the upright seam as opposed to the cross seam, which generally you may extract bounce or get it not to swing.
Calvin Blanche comes into the attack now. Over number 3. Opting to use spin. Blanche has picked up a couple of quick wickets yesterday and the day before that. It's very deceptive.
Yeah, with a bit more grass on the wicket, he just may get a little bit more purchase. So far, he has started well, asking questions of Lawrence.
Switch with him. Let Kelly step on.
Some adjustments in the field. This is more Kane. This is more Kane. 6 runs. Johan Jeremiah.
Tell you what, somebody held their breath a while there because that one went somewhere in the region of the vehicles parked outside. 6 more. What I've noticed about Jeremiah, he's very brutal on anything short. And he gets into position really quickly and dispatches it. He doesn't even look to get it along the ground. He's looking for maximum.
Wait.
Not getting hold of it, but credit to Blanche, who's come back nicely. He's pushing it through a little faster. Calvin Blanche.
Yeah, just using a bit of variation, coming off the wicket really, nicely. What's even better for him is he's a left-hander.
Well, he's gone with him again. This one is even bigger. He's gone with him again.
Yeah, as I keep saying, Jeremiah, really anything short, he latches onto it really quickly. And that one, Blanche was just guilty of dragging it down somewhat. And Jeremiah doesn't need a second invitation.
Delicately played. That's the end of the over. And Calvin Blanche going for 12 off his first over. The Ginger Generals, after 3, are 39 without loss.
Well, credit to Blanche. He, despite being dispatched over the boundary ropes twice, he has kept it relatively quiet. The run rate has lowered a bit from the 20 that it was. It's now down to 13. Quiet rate more so for the Ginger Generals, 12.14. So they're ahead.
Doobie set is gone for 4 more. Haston Jackson trying to make an attempt there, but going through him. 4 runs. So Lyndon Lawrence on the attack.
Yeah, Lawrence getting away with that one. I think Jackson was just a little bit too much in. You walk in with the bowler, but you still have to make sure that by the time the ball is delivered, you're in the circle, and I think that is what has worked against him. So Lawrence looking to get on with the business. Again, Doobie set really just doing well to keep Lawrence at bay. Three overs in the within 3 balls in the over. Relatively quiet.
He's going to be taken. Yes, he's taken. That looks like Preston McSween. He's taken the catch. So Johan Jeremiah goes for 29. Miscuing one from Amikel Dubisset.
And that is what I was saying earlier. You have to be a thinking cricketer. He built the pressure on Lawrence. Lawrence really not being able to get the deliveries away. Change of pace. First delivery, Jeremiah going, looking to punks because he saw it shot, but it didn't reach him quick enough, inducing an edge. Big breakthrough.
44 for 1. And the wicketkeeper batsman, Gian Benjamin, comes out now. They're going to need him to play a long innings, the Ginger Generals, if they want to give themselves a chance.
Really, the Clove challengers, they would be happy seeing the back of Jeremiah. The longer he remains out there, they know how destructive he can be.
Now more than ever, they would need Gian Benjamin to come through big for them. He is yet to get off. He needs a big score, and this might be the afternoon for him to do it. Ginger Generals are 44 for 1. He's just come to the wicket after the demise of Johan Jeremiah. Caught Preston McSween off Dubisset. He's bowled him. Well, he's bowled him. First delivery, Gian Benjamin goes. He's bowled, clean bowled. Well, look at drama at La Sagesse.
Yeah, definitely a bit of drama here. Just looking tentative, not really anywhere with that shot. He just prodded at it and coming off the inside edge. As we were saying, movement off the wicket gives you a wicket. Big breakthrough for them. Benjamin can be destructive. He's back in the hut. Clove challengers, they will be happy.
Wow. Well. 44 for 2. Still 80 runs adrift, these Ginger Generals. And Jonel Eugene strolls out after the demise of Gian Benjamin, who was bowled by Amikel Dubiset. First ball. He's on a hat-trick. Amikel Dubiset is on a hat-trick.
It would be a dream to get the first hat-trick of this season.
Can't even remember someone getting a hat-trick last season. That's the field. The power play is still in play. Everyone inside the circle still. Save and accept the 2. It's on the offside. Oh, that's a good over by Dubiset. The keeper was up, hitting the glove hard. Glendon Lawrence on 7. Eugene not off the mark yet. The Ginger Generals are 44 for 2 after 4.
Yeah, really good spell by Dubiset. His 2 overs costing 13 runs, but picking up 2 very big wickets in Gian Benjamin and Johan Jeremiah in the same over.
So we continue with over number 5. 4 minutes after 4 o'clock, the Ginger Generals are 44 for 2 after 4.
Now Maxwin is going to bowl his second over. Context of the game, I'm wondering if he really shouldn't try to maybe get a spinner to sneak in one. Blanche already has one. He has the likes of Ned. Maybe just give an extra over to someone before, you know, he really comes back and try to tighten it up. I think he's aware that Eugene and Lawrence still are 2 very good hitters of the cricket ball. Still has quite a few options. Aston Jackson, we haven't seen him as yet.
Interesting stuff here. Very interesting. Wow, firmly struck. Picks out the fielder down there. Just one. Now, for those of you joining us on Facebook, on the Grenada Cricket Association's Facebook page, this is the 4th edition of the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 cricket tournament. 1 week into the tournament and loads of excitement already. Game number 2 today. Swinging and swinging wildly. And Lyndon Lawrence has moved on to 9. John L. Eugene is on 1. The Ginger Generals are 46 for 2. The power play has just ended, and generally what we've seen, Clyde, is that the team, as we said, that wins the power play more than likely goes on to win the match. And so far, the Ginger Generals, even though they would have lost some quick wickets here in the last 2 overs, they've maximized on these power plays. Well, that's struck firmly. It's gone the distance. That's another maximum. So John L. Eugene is on the attack now for the Ginger Generals.
Yeah, good delivery, good shot to that delivery. Pitch shot, no much pace, and it stood up and he really crashed it across the ropes. 1 bounce 4. But the discipline of Maxwin will, he just seemed to be letting loose the pressure that was built up. He had 3 really good deliveries, and that one just letting loose the pressure.
So they're getting runs. They're picking up the singles. Picking up the boundaries when the deliveries are loose. Lyndon Lawrence opened the batting. He's been there for just under half an hour. He's crawling on 8 runs. Maxwin comes up at him, and the catch is taken. Well, Darren Ned running across and taking a comfortable catch down in the deep. And just like that, Lyndon Lawrence is on his way back. The Ginger Generals are 52 for 3.
Yeah, and this is the discipline that was needed by Maxwin. You need to make them, play. Use the wickets. When you bang it in short, that's a free hit because it doesn't really go through and trouble them. But a shot like this, Lawrence had to middle if he was to get off. Unfortunately, he couldn't middle, and Ned taking a smart catch, running across. And that means that the Ginger Generals, they are 3 down and needing some 72 runs from 30 deliveries.
Well, if ever they wanted to see a mountain, all they've got to do is look at the required rate, the required runs.
Yeah. Yeah, good day. Yeah.
I like this move from Maxwin. Looking to get the spinners in. Murray has been, bowling really well for the challengers.
No, man! Come on!
Good afternoon to our friends on social media. Haven't said hello to you all day today. Hi, Jamila Lewis. She says hello, good afternoon to Jason and the team. Myself and Clyde today, we're doing a full session. But the rest of the team, I'm quite sure they're viewing. Oh, he says whip this one nicely, but it will go straight down the throat of the fielder there at mid-wicket. And another wicket goes down. And the Ginger Generals, well, they're not looking like generals at all.
Yeah, a smart shot by Jarrell, but unfortunately just picking out the fielder who was positioned there for that shot. I think they worked him out. They knew that he loves that shot. Just a pick up off the hips, but unfortunately not getting enough connection to clear the ropes. He perishes.
Oh, well, the Ginger Generals are 53 for 4. Good afternoon to seeing Nkosi Saint-Hilaire, Cindy Williams, all supporting, and Can't say who Nkosi Saint-Hilaire is rooting for. He's been very active in this tournament as well. Got off to a flyer a few days ago, put everyone on notice. And he's been giving us a good knock. So another wicket goes down. The Ginger Generals are still 71 runs adrift. And 4.4 overs remaining. That tells me that's 28 deliveries to get 71 runs. 15, just over 15 runs required. The run rate, the current run rate, they're ambling at 9 and a lot, close to 10. Kurt Murray is on the attack now for Clove challengers. Oh, it's good bowling. This is good bowling.
Yeah, just using the pitch, that movement, that.
Oh, well, Murray has found a good line, and he's varied the length. And he's bowled him. And he's bowled him. It was coming. You knew it was coming. Beaten once, beaten twice, and third the charm, he's gone.
Really smart bowling, and again we have to commend how cool this guy is. He's always just so easy. You look at it, pitching and moving sharply across, having Charles playing down the wrong line, and he's comprehensively bowled. What a strike for the Clove challengers.
Clove challengers, they've put 123 on the board. And the Ginger Generals finding it difficult to get close to it. There's 71 runs adrift in the middle of the ocean. And 25 deliveries to get it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kurt Murray picking up 2 wickets in that over double strike. I mean, that says that he rockets himself up to the maybe second position in terms of the wicket takers in the tournament so far.
It'll be interesting to see what he does with this one. Shea Duncan is the new batsman. Hasn't given us a big score yet for season. I don't think he's gone past 20 just yet. Today would be a good day for him to get it. Oh, wide delivery. Maybe trying to induce Shea Duncan into something wayward. Duncan showing a little bit more discipline. So good afternoon to Shania Hazard. Sally and Duncan Alfred. All our viewers on social media. Feel free to share. Don't keep the cricket all to yourself. There's no charge for sharing. Let others enjoy the game that you so dearly love. It's just bordering on 4:15 local time. My good friend in Guyana, Johnny Ramsing, good afternoon. Blash comes, and John L. Eugene has perished straight down the throat of Darren Ned. And boy, these wickets are tumbling. The Ginger Generals in a quandary.
Yeah, good, really good and outstanding from the Clove challengers. They've used the spinners really nicely. Murray putting a bit of pressure. Blanche coming back for his second over. He went for 12 in the first one. But you could have seen the pressure that they built together, and that's really outstanding cricket from them. They're bossing this game so far.
Oh, here goes Davis Charles out to the middle with number 50 on his back.
I think the Clove challengers, they will be sniffing this victory. Eugene was key, I think, in giving any chance or any hope to the Ginger Generals. And now that they've seen the back of him, it will be an uphill task if it hasn't been an uphill task as yet.
Oh, they're going up hills on skates on a wet day. That's the best way I can describe it. Going up a slippery slope on a wet day on skates.
Maybe they just need to surrender then.
Maybe they need spikes.
Well, once mathematics is involved, possibility exists. And anytime mathematics cannot be applied, then you know the possibility has left.
23 balls. Wow. Look at confusion here. He's gone. He's gone. Well, at the end of this innings, they may have to genuflect to these Ginger Generals. They may have to genuflect to the Clove challengers because another wicket has gone down.
Yeah, really smart bowling there by Blanche, beating the bat of the Charles, really not being able to follow the trajectory of that ball. He was totally deceived. As we look at the replay, you would see it, he really played all around it.
Yeah. Well. Can I bring the mathematics involved for you now? The Ginger Generals are 54 for 7. 20 legal deliveries remaining. 70 runs to get 7-0 at a required rate of 19 and a smidgen. They're going along at 8, close to 9.
Well, this, when you look at the context of this game, Jason, now you realize that the Clove challengers, they really had an excellent inning, because for what we're seeing here, I mean, it tells you that their batters did really what was necessary to get past 100 runs.
Oh, they got to 123. Blanche has been called for a no ball. Has to be because of height, above the waist, full delivery. Maybe it's a good ploy. Beam one in and make the batter uncomfortable. Just maybe. He's going to get runs for it. He's going to go for 4. Faintest of edges. No, buys actually. Umpire signal buys. Beat everyone.
I don't think Bartholomew had any clue as to what that ball was doing. Gave himself room, and the ball followed him.
Calvin Blanche knows it. He had a cunning smile, cunning smirk. Flight picked up. He's not going to beat Haston Jackson. Che Duncan is yet to get off the mark. Cleve Bartholomew is on 1. Good bowling by Blanche. He's got one more delivery remaining in this spell. He's gone for 15, but he has picked up 2 wickets. Faster one. He's in trouble. Bartholomew is in trouble. Clueless. And no runs coming off of that. So the equation continues to veer among the possibility of impossibility. 61 for 7, 18 deliveries, and 63 runs to get. That means that they would have to put on something that would make the news and the front page of every paper for the next couple of days. They've got to put on 21 runs and over even for the next 3 overs. I wear spectacles. Quite frankly, I can't see it happening.
Well, you know me, Jason. I'm always the optimist. 6s galore from here on in every delivery. Not like this. Good result for them. Really no clue as to what is going on there, Duncan. But picking up 4 buys.
Well, runs scored, there's runs for the team. So however the runs come, they wouldn't mind. He's getting more runs here, 4 more. So 8 off 2. And if they're going to look for 21, it means that they're on the right path.
So, Jason, this is where the mathematics comes in with X and Y. If X is the rate at which they need, and Y is the boundaries that they've gotten so far, then we compare X and Y and we can find the probability and possibility of victory.
Good luck with that, my friend. I was never interested in Form 3 and I won't be interested now. I lost all the appetite. I had a math teacher in Presentation College, Brother DeLillis, and I lost all appetite then, and I still haven't regained the appetite for that even now. And I'm into my 50s. I wouldn't be getting it back. He's picked it up. It's going to be a challenge here, but the ball is not going to get to the boundary. They're going to get 2. They're going to have to hurry. And just 2 runs. So already 11 coming off the over. And the 2 legal deliveries remaining.
I think Duncan and Bartholomew are doing really well to survive out there. They've really faced up against some really awesome deliveries from both Blanche and Murray.
Oh, good work behind the stumps, flashy work. It's good cricket. At the end of another over, 8 gone. The Ginger Generals are 74 for 7, 50 to win, and 12 deliveries remaining.
So mathematics still could be applied. The probability is really high still.
Go ahead and do your math, my friend. Everyone's listening and viewing.
Now the execution.
I'll just move out of the way of the camera so that when the camera in our studio picks you up, I would not be seen on it. Our switcher will may come in our direction in just a little bit. I wouldn't want to steal your thunder at all.
Yes, as I was saying, probability is at work here still. Execution is another story.
Would you like pen and paper?
No, I'm pretty mental.
That I know for sure. All right. Well, 2 overs remaining, 50 runs to get. Firmly struck off the meat of the bat, but can't beat long off. Just a single. 49 from 11.
$11.4 is 44. Will not do it. But 11.6.
Four runs. Down to point boundary. Expertly played, just wide of the point fielder there. Diving, but to no avail.
I think that was expertly placed by Bartholomew. Really did well. He guided it nicely.
$80 for 7. The Ginger Generals. Looking for 124. He's gotten some baton to that one, and it's going to go straight down the throat of Darren Ned, who's there again for another catch. So Shea Duncan goes. Caught Ned of the bowling of Hippolyte. He's gone for 7.
Yeah, again, intentions right, execution wrong.
Didn't have to move much, Darren Ned. You were standing right where you see his hat in the frame. And just one step forward. Took it with ease. New batsman going out, Ronell Williams. Cleve Bartholomew is on 10. Ginger Generals, they have 8 legal deliveries remaining. And they have to find 44 runs in the process.
Well, when luck is going with you and your day's work started with an error which you corrected with 4 wickets, possibility of 8 sixes just might be with you.
Well, that is going to bring a different kind of energy to this facility. I'd love to see him try at least and give us something to cheer about here. Gets one. He's not going to chance the arm of Darren Ned or Haston Jackson in this instance. He's not going to chance Jackson's arm. Faster one. Straight down the throat, another wicket down, he's gone. Cleveland Bartholomew came out there to join Ronald Williams. Ronald Williams coming out there to join Cleveland Bartholomew, that should be. And Bartholomew has to go. Picked out the fielder down there to just backward a square.
Yeah, really, when it's not your day, it's just not your day. And so far,
81 for 9. Well, 81 for 9. Ginger Generals in serious trouble. Maybe this is more than trouble. They've got exactly 6 deliveries remaining and 43 runs to get it. Even if they don't get it and they give us 6 sixes, we'd love to see that. That will be very much entertaining.
yeah, I think seeing if that can happen, I know the spectators that are here, they're going to be enjoying themselves. A number of them out here supporting the Ginger Generals, and they would love to see their team going down with a fight.
So just the final delivery remaining, and the captain has decided that after a pretty decent knock from Darren Ned and picking up 2 catches, he's going to give him the ball to bowl the final over.
Well, the Clove Challengers have really done outstandingly well in this match. From the power play, they've bossed it. The General bossed the power play, and since then, I think the Challengers, they came back roaring.
Faster delivery from Ned. Bang on target, and Ronald Williams was solid on the back foot. If you don't win, at least look good losing. Well played again by Ronald Williams. He knows it's over, so he's just using the opportunity to play some pretty decent cricketing strokes. But Darren Ned has not given him anything loose at all. Again, he's showing Darren Ned all the respect. He knows it's academic already. But he just wants to make sure he doesn't at least seemingly give it away.
Well, what has been offered, he has missed it, so I think it would serve him right to just sit back and maybe block out the other 2 or the other 1 and ensure that he comes out not out.
It's not going to do much for his strike rate, and his average is only on 1. And that's the final delivery of the innings, and it ended in a run out. Ronald Williams was never interested in the single, but Laurie Williams run out on the very last delivery without scoring. The Ginger Generals ending 81 all out, 43 runs adrift, and they never looked comfortable from the start. They were pegged back, and the Clove Challengers kept their foot on the gas and came out with the win this time.
Well, I'll tell you what, this match, really, we saw some exceptional work from the Clove challengers. They took to the crease, batted really well to post a score over 100. We've seen games today, no team except the challengers have gotten past the 100 mark, and it means that they did well, and they defended it expertly with the spinners in Blash and Murray doing really exceptional work, and so supported by Maxwin and the others. I think a good outing for the Clove challengers.
So that brings us to the end of the action here today at the Lassa Just Playing Field in St. David, the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. We have a whole lot more cricket to come your way for the next couple of days, because this tournament will run until the 22nd of June. And directly after that, on the 23rd, the Dominica Dream 11, the Nature Isle Dream 11 will commence. That commences on the 23rd. Also, our West Indies, or Windward Island, sorry, women's under 19 team will be traveling to Trinidad and Tobago to start their campaign. I think it's on the 24th. And of course, we've got ICC T20 Cricket World Cup happening. So a lot of cricket being played around the Caribbean. And here in Grenada, the Spice Isle Dream 11 tournament. It's 1 week down and another week to go. We're going until the 22nd. And whatever you do, you can feel free to join us at any point. Matches start at 12 o'clock during the course of the day, in the afternoon, sorry. And then 2 matches played every day, 10 overs aside, and enthralling encounters they have been so far. Today, the Ginger Generals in match number 2 coming out on top, 81 all out in search of 124. They were 43 runs adrift and really and truly had no chance. The 2 batsmen finally at the crease was Laurie Williams and Ronald Williams. Laurie Williams being run out of the last delivery, and Ronald Williams ending on 1 without loss. Clyde, let's take a look at the batting lineup quickly for the Ginger Generals. The only noticeable figure in the runs column there was Johan Jeremiah, who started off. He was blasting. He was on fire. He was electric with 1 4 and 4 6s, and then he was trying to hook one down backward a square, and it miscued, and he was caught by Preston Maxwin off the bowling of Amikel Dubisset. But apart from that, the only person in double figures after that was Bartholomew, who was caught Murray off the bowling of Hippolyte for 10. Everything else really and truly looked like an overseas telephone number, 807-000-7010.
Yeah, really not the sort of scorecard that you would want to see from a team like the Ginger Generals, who we know have some really explosive hitters, and so they would have to regroup and come again.
All right, let's take a look at the bowling figures now quickly for the Clove challengers. The Clove challengers, they did exceptionally well. Darren Ned, he was there, just 1 run off his 1 over, his solid over, and the wicket takers, the main wicket takers, 2 apiece for Amikel Dubisset, Calvin Blanche, Kurtson Murray, and Hippolyte, those picking up 2 wickets apiece. But the most expensive of them was Calvin Blanche, who went for 15 off his 2. They were particularly brutal to Preston Maxwin today, the left-arm seamer, who generally does get the ball to move away from the left-hander and into the right-hander. He was pillaged and plundered today, really. He went for 25 off his 2, just picking up the 1 wicket, the wicket of Lyndon Lawrence, the dangerous Lyndon Lawrence. He was caught by net of the bowling of Maxwin for 8. But everything else was pretty much in a decent line for the Clove challengers. That's the bowling figures. So it ended with the Ginger Generals 43 runs adrift in game number 2. And Kerry is down on the field. He's ready with the post-match presentation. Kerry, go ahead, it's yours.
All right, thank you very much, Jason, and welcome to the post-match ceremony for match number 16 in the 4th season of the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 tournament. A victory for the Clove challengers means that they will sit at the top of the table going into tomorrow's action. But first of all, we'll have the presentation for player of the match. And the player of the match on match number 16 is Devonnie Joseph Smith, who will receive his prize from the Assistant Secretary of the Grenada Cricket Association, Miss Shiris and Noel. Devoni, 37 with the bat, was instrumental in helping his team post 120. Devoni, a victory for the Clove Challengers. Must be excited that you guys are on a roll, able to pick up another victory in the tournament.
It's a good one, you know. We've been talking a lot in the dressing room about unity and going out there and really putting our best foot forward and performing for the team. And I'm glad that, you know, we did that today and we performed and, you know, and we got the victory.
You guys, you would have come in your innings coming now at the middle order, change from the couple of matches where you would have opened there. But an important knock for your team. Can you tell us about your knock and what was an up and down wicket?
It's a new track, you know, so I had to take a couple overs, a couple balls to really get my bat going and really assess, you know. So glad that I was able to, you know, put my hand up today for the team with the bat. Looking for much more man of the match for the tournament.
All right, well, Devon, we certainly wish that for you, and we want to congratulate you on your performance today and all the best to the rest of the matches.
All right, thank you.
We're now going to have some words with the captain of the Ginger Generals. Generals losing this matchup in what was dubbed as a middle of the table clash between the Ginger Generals and the Clove Challengers. Johan, defeat for you guys, not the sort of performance you'd have wanted from your batters in the second half of the inning.
Yeah, it's not the game that we wanted. The bowlers, in the bowling aspect, we didn't do as well as we wanted to do, you know. But that's the game sometimes, you know. It's just for us to go back to the drawing board, assess, and look to come stronger tomorrow.
Quite competitive tournament so far. We see the points evenly distributed among the teams. Got a couple of important matches ahead. What do you think you would have to do different to get the results in your favor?
Yeah, as I say, you know, we played 3 matches so far. So I think that's enough matches for some of the guys to come out of their shells, you know. So it's just for us to, you know, look to take it game by game and look to, you know, get some points in the next few games.
With the bat, your middle to low order has not come to the party so far, heavily reliant on those you guys at the top of the order. I'm sure you'll be hoping that the men given the opportunity lower down would come to the party.
Yeah, it's just for us, as I say, to go back and assess, you know, go back to the drawing board, you know, and see where we could better. Because as you say, there's some important games coming up, so it's just for us to look to put a good game together, so that we can come out victorious.
All right, so all the best to you, Johan, for the rest of the matches.
Thank you.
We're now going to have some words with the victorious Preston McSween. Preston, good performance from you guys with both bat and ball. Excellent performance indeed, scoring 122 and restricting them, winning by 43 runs. Was you happy with your boys' performance?
Of course. From the beginning of the tournament, you know, I had a plan and I told the guys exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm happy to see that the guys actually delivering, you know, who is making the extra effort. You know, some don't come to the party as yet, but when that do happen, I will be a happy captain.
We see that your team is not afraid to make the tweaks and changes. Earlier in the tournament, Devoni was opening. We see now we coming in the middle of the order, playing a crucial role today. Must be happy with his performance, especially.
Of course, he's one of the match changers. He showed from the start of the tournament, so I'm happy that he actually come down the order and he could deliver just the same way as the top of the order.
In terms of the bowling there, you seem to have some good slower bowlers who is really able to offer some stronger hold. Can you tell us a bit of Calvin Blash, Cut Murray, and the likes coming bowling in the middle of the innings? How impressive you are as the captain?
I can't even say, you know, these guys are making me a happy man. You know, they're delivering for the franchise as well. I cannot ask for a better job. Honestly, I cannot ask for a better job.
At the end of the match day, you guys sit at the top of the table. It may change tomorrow, but going into Saturday night at the top of the table should be a happy Clove Challengers bunch.
Of course. That's our aim. We want to actually take Clove from below the table and bring them on the top. So it's good that we're making these strides early and we're winning a lot of games.
All right, well, Preston, congratulations today on today's performance once again, and we're looking forward to seeing more of you guys in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
So that was the 2 captains and the player of the match here at the post-match ceremony. Clove Challengers, another 2 points, takes them on to 7, joint with the Nutmeg Warriors, but they go on top based on the net run rate. So that is it from the Las Vegas playing field on match day number 8, and we look forward for you joining us from 12 p.m. tomorrow local time for continuation in the Dream 11 Spice T10 tournament for season 4.